From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set, one.
It's been a long day for you.
Kill.
And right away, he lost the football. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third.
Set, ready, 60 outlaw. Off. Take left.
We got three. Watch out.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. 9 catches, 105 yards for Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl. He likely had the biggest play of the game, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. 44-yard catch on 3rd and 15. Usually you're trying to just find enough space to get over the sticks, right? Get a 16, 18-yard gain, which is difficult in and of itself. But 44 yards on 3rd and 15, San Francisco had contained him so well throughout the game because you know what it's like with Tyreek Hill. When he catches the ball, you better surround him or he'll break a big one. Finally does it at the key point, and that starts the comeback for Kansas City. Paved the way for the first of 3 KC touchdowns in the 4th quarter.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now it's Mahomes again. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set,
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
56. Mike's 56.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. This will be caught by Brown. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. Jackson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
He's crashing. He's checking.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Ingram. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They go play action with Jackson. Out to his left. He may try and run for this. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
You got him. You got him.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he knocks it through.
The kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Chiefs 6. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and that'll bring up second down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. On third down, Mark Ingram. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5, fourth down now.
When they got off the field on third down, an excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Going up top. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Watkins, the intended receiver.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll roll him out right. It's caught by Mark Ingram. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with a pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He finds McCoy.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, Be aware, a ball may come your way.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Mahomes to throw once more. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mahomes now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. That throw good for 4. It's second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. LaShawn McCoy there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This time, the extra point up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Jackson rolling to his right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards now with the season over. Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He was looking for Watkins that time. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defense coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Throwing is Jackson, forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed. They catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And going deep for Hill. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's about
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw. And got his man. Complete. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, come on, now. Set up.
Again, they'll run with Ingram.
Watch the run.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it. as we come up on a big third down.
Get out of here, man. Ball trot. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Play action. Now Jackson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He's got it to Ingram, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
They'll run on 1st down. Ingram.
Go, 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 run.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 13-yard touchdown run as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
What's the ball?
Orbit.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Back to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return will stop right around the 25. Not that time for Watkins.
That's how the defense score points.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Ingram again. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to mark him down short maybe by about a yard, if that. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
It's going to be a long day. Smoke small, 56. Mike's 56. Too little, Cupcake.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Check pass, check pass.
56.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA.